All right, here he is, Big Diesel, Shaq the Big Aristotle, Mister Back in My Day. If you ever hear Shaq talking on ESPN, whatever else he's talking on, he's always on a different podcast and whatnot. But he's definitely one of the big guys that'll always say, back in my day, players wouldn't do this, players wouldn't do that. We wouldn't be sitting out this game and that game, and players played harder back in my day. And everything Shaq says, whether you like or dislike Shaq, he definitely always has an opinion on things. His face and his voice is always out there talking about things. So I'm just gonna go through Shaq and some different guys' numbers from different eras and kind of see how many games they would play, how many games they wouldn't play. Guys you would think are super durable, guys you would think, wouldn't miss games, or that would be their mentality, not to miss games, and just kind of see how bad things are or are not, because it's really not as bad as you would think when you actually go through the players and look. And in my opinion, let me know what you think below, but it's not the load management isn't a huge problem in the NBA today. There's other things people will talk about, 3-point shooting and other issues, and you can put up those up for debate, but the load management isn't so much an issue in my opinion. I'm a Spurs fan. The Spurs pretty much invented load management, and you can like it or don't like it, but it's not it's not as big of an issue as it seems to be. Here, we'll get right to the numbers real quick. I'm at a big 28 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 30, and YouTube said they'll send me a diamond ring, so please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. All right, Shaq season stats. It's his whole career stats. I'm only going to go over games played. I'm not going over points and rebounds and stuff like that. But here's where Shaq came in. 93 as a rookie. So 81 games played, 81 games the next season, 79, 54 in 95, 96, and then 51 his first season in LA, and then 60, 49, and then during the three-peat, he plays 79, 74, and 67. So, he stayed over 65 games there. They didn't have the rule back then where you have to play 65 games to win awards, but it's always my opinion, not necessarily the more games you play, the better, I guess, but a lot of the guys that play, 75 plus games, those usually are the guys that don't get injured a lot. I guess it's kind of like a paradox there. If you don't get injured, you're going to play more games, of course, but it seems like guys have better durability, and they're playing the 70 plus games, or at least shooting to, versus guys they kind of try to play themselves into shape and don't shoot for the 70 plus games every season, just in my opinion. But yeah, in the three-peat, 79, 74, 67. So he played plenty of games to be effective then, of course. And then 2003, Spurs won that season, but Shaq puts up 67 again, then 67 again. Gets to Miami, puts up 73, 59. And then, he's just getting older, and all the he didn't have like one specific major injury, let me see, going back. Shaq's fairly durable, if whatever you want to say about him. He's just a big old boy. He had some knick-knack injuries, but was that his lowest? He had 49 in that 98-99 season. Again, I don't think he had anything major. Boston was his last season, but, for the most part, he put up some pretty decent numbers. Of course, he didn't keep himself in the best shape. Even he would admit that he wasn't super disciplined with his diet and staying in shape. Because, if he was, he probably would have been arguably the greatest player of all time. He's one of them, but he could have taken better care of himself. But anyway, 2005, 2006, he played 59 games. That's the season when the Heat won the championship. D Wade, you could say, I wouldn't say totally carried him to the championship, but he was the main reason. Shaq was just he was out there. They wouldn't have won without Shaq, but D Wade was the main reason they won, of course. And then as Shaq gets older, 40, 33, 28, and he puts up 75, 30 minutes a game in Phoenix right then. His second to last season, then 53, 37 in Cleveland and Boston. So that 75 in Phoenix was pretty impressive. I think he just got himself into shape just to kind of prove to himself and other people that he can. But had Shaq kept himself in shape his whole career, who knows what his career would have been like. But yeah, for the most part, he was in good shape, at least when his teams were competing for championships, of course. But Shaq's one of the guys you could put on the, I guess you could say lazy. He won enough to where he can just brush off being lazy, but he didn't do as much as he possibly could to keep himself in shape and things like that. Now we'll flip over to LeBron, which is just, I guess, the example of durability. You could say people hate on LeBron and stuff like that, but he's never had a major injury. When he misses out, it's really knick-knack stuff. And you'd be surprised looking at the games played for LeBron. People think he misses a lot of games, but myself probably included, I think we're just extra dramatic anytime he misses a game. But yeah, rookie year, 79, 80, 79, 78, 75, 81, 76, 79, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 seasons in a row, 75 or more. Then 62 that first season in Miami. He didn't have any major injuries. It was probably just some knick-knack stuff. But then 76, 77, 69, 76, 74, 82. Just one season with the 82 games. Comment below what you think. I'm not so mad at LeBron for not hitting 82 every single season, because he was always up there, 75 or more games. It's not like he was sitting out a bunch of games, but now later in his career, got to LA, 55, 67, 45, 56, 55, 71, 52. But he's stretching out his career. What is it, his 20th, 22nd, or 20th or 21st season now, I think. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's 22nd season now, so he's stretching his career out even more by not putting in 82 games every season. And comment below what you think about that. But I feel like it's got him further, and he's still putting up great stats. So on that side of the argument, if he had been putting in 82 or trying to get 80 plus every single season, he probably would have been retired by now, to be honest. But moving on from LeBron, now we'll go to James Harden, another guy that people would say probably misses a lot of games, injury prone, things like that. But again, when you go through his, most of his career, you'd be surprised as well. Yeah, getting down to his numbers. Rookie year, 76. Second season played all 82. And then 62, 78, 73, 81, 82, 81. So yeah, those 3 seasons with the Rockets, that's pretty incredible. 81 plus 3 seasons in a row, fully 82. That second, or not second, it was like his fifth season, I believe, with the Rockets. Then he already had that full 82 in OKC, his second season. If I ask people just right off the bat, out of nowhere, has James Harden played 1, 2, 3, 4? Has James Harden had 4 seasons where he played 80 plus games? You'd probably say no, like just off the rip. Even I'd probably be guilty of that if someone just asked me and I hadn't seen this. You just assume that he hasn't because everyone thinks James Harden like lazy and injury prone. Um, he was really durable early in his career. But anyway, those 80 plus 3 seasons in a row with Houston, then 72, 78. His whole time in Houston, he was really durable, to be honest. Except towards the end, he had the 68 that season. And then 2020-21, he had like a bunch of hamstring sprains. He seemed to be always hurt. I think he was pretty out of shape at that point. He kind of played himself out of shape because he wanted to get out of Houston at that point. Then he got to Brooklyn, then 36, 44, 21 in Philly, 58 in Philly. Then gets to the Clippers. In Brooklyn and Philly, he never really seemed happy. It didn't seem like he wanted to be there. Then gets to the Clippers and knocks out 72. And he's played 54 this season, so he's been durable this season as well, on 34 minutes a game. So, people would think James Harden injury prone and lazy. I wouldn't totally disagree with you on the lazy part, for certain parts, but I don't think his mindset is just wired to be lazy. I think he does work hard when he wants to, but at the end of his Houston stint, when he's in Brooklyn, and when he's in Philadelphia, if he's not in a situation he doesn't like and he's not motivated, then he won't take it so seriously. And you'll see stuff like this. But again, he has the 81, 82, 81, so 3 seasons of 81 plus. Then he has 82 in OKC. He has a 78, a 76. So, then yeah, you can get down to later in here, and he's, like I said again, Brooklyn, Philly, he's just not really motivated. But then back to the Clippers, 72, 50, 54 so far this season. So as long as he's motivated and in the right mindset, and he likes his situation, he can be really durable. Um, Let me know below what you think about that. I mean, it's not necessarily. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Never been in the NBA, so maybe if I was in a bad situation, I wouldn't work as hard either. But we can all agree James Harden's a great player, especially when he's motivated. But that's another example of what people would think is like a lazy, injury-prone guy. And he has been a bit injury-prone, but like I said again, whenever James Harden's motivated, he can show to be pretty durable. This is Larry Bird right here, Larry Legend. Um, Larry Bird's pretty incredible, honestly. 82, 82, 77, 79, 79, 80, 82. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 seasons of probably averaging 80 plus. If you average these all out, it'd probably be right around 80. But yeah, 82, 82, 77, 79, 79, 80, 82, 74, 76. He only played 6 games this season. He had bad bone spurs in his heels, and he got double Achilles surgery this season. It's nuts. But then, even crazier, coming back from double Achilles surgery, he puts out 75 games that very next season, then 60, then 45 games his last season. Larry's career was only from 1980, and then he was done in 82. So it's that only 12, 13 seasons or so. Um, so let me know below what you think. Maybe it was to his detriment. Playing so many games a season. Maybe that's why his career wasn't quite as long. But either way, all he did in his all the accomplishments he had in his 12, 13, from 23 to 35. So yeah, his 12 season career. Now I want to count them. I'm doubting myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I knew it. My math is terrible. But yeah, his 13 season career, he just accomplished so much. And, definitely an Iron Man. It's nuts to get double Achilles surgery and then come back and play 75 the next season. So, Larry, super durable and worked really hard. And then we'll go back to another guy people will say sometimes is lazy and can be injury prone, Kawhi. But again, you'll be surprised though. So first season for Kawhi, 64, 58, 66, 64, 72, 74. So Spurs were always kind of load managing him his first 4 seasons, but then he puts out the 72, the 74. He only has 9 that season when he kind of worked his way out of San Antonio. Who knows if he was or wasn't injured? His uncle was saying he was, and then the medical staff here in San Antonio was saying his quad was fine. But whatever you think about that, I'm a Spurs fan. I live in San Antonio, and I personally don't have any hard feelings towards Kawhi. I feel like most of the city doesn't. Helped us win a championship, and he goes to Toronto, plays 60 games, but he wins them the championship. So I mean, if someone's only gonna play 60 games, but I'm gonna win the chip that year, I'm gonna take that all day, of course. But then 57, 52, 52, 68, 16. Yeah, 74 is the most he ever played in his career. So comment below what you think about Kawhi. I do think he has been a bit injury prone. I mean, even from the time he came into the NBA, I don't know how bad his quad was injured, or if it was as bad as his uncle said or whatever. But again, I have no hard feelings towards Kawhi when he left here. But his whole career, even in San Antonio, and then going on, he gets like ankle sprains and ankle tweaks. Hurt his knee, and hamstrings and quads. I feel like he's just kind of injury prone, to be honest. He never gets like a devastating injury. Thankfully, it's not like he tears an Achilles or an ACL or something where he's out for the whole season. but he just seems to be injury prone to knickknacks, gets a bunch of knickknack injuries, and then sits out. Um, that 9 game season in San Antonio, I don't think that's, again, it wasn't like a devastating injury. I think he just kind of wanted to get out of San Antonio. So he kind of sat out and, whatever. It is what it is. If he was or wasn't injured, it's all good. I know on the Clippers this season, though, let me see really quick. He was, what was his injury for this season? Because I know he was injured. He was out with something, but he just came back recently. Let's see. So his foot. Yeah, something with his foot, but I know he was out for a bit of this season. He just recently came back, but yeah, Kawhi is definitely an example you can say where he's just not durable or whatever it is. But I'm sure there's probably players from the past that are injury prone like this as well. But guys in the past, they probably just played through these knick-knack injuries where Kawhi doesn't really do that. But his career is kind of stretching out. He looks great when he is out there and healthy. So yeah, let me know below what you think if the kind of sitting out and missing games lengthens careers or if it's not as good for people's careers. Again, like I said earlier, it looks like the guys that play 70 plus games a lot of their career tend to stay more healthy. Yeah, and then of course Michael Jordan, 82 games his first season, has his foot injury, only plays 18 his second, but then 82, 82, 81, 82, 82, 80, 78, only 17 that season, and then 82, 82, 82, 60 in Washington, then 82 his final season, just to close it out. It was the broken foot in 86, and then what was the 1994 Jordan injury? Or actually, no, that wasn't injury. That was when he retired. That's when he retired for the first time. So yeah, just the broken foot was his only major injury really in his career. And then yeah, he retired for the first time. But I mean, this is the three-peat. Plays 82, 80, 78. They three-peat. He retires to go play some baseball and gamble, and then his next three-peat, 82, 82, 82. That's just stupid. That's why people say, I agree with people as well. In most people's opinion, Jordan's the GOAT. If you can three-peat and play every single game throughout a three-peat, miss no games at all 3 seasons in a row and win the championship every single season. That's the guy people look up to, him and Kobe and some of these other guys, but Jordan's the main guy that everyone looks up to. This is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seasons, 12 seasons where he's 78 or more games played, and then all the 82s 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons where he plays all 82 games. Jordan had the quote. Kobe said it as well. He kind of paraphrased or just quoted Jordan's quote, but Jordan was saying, I don't want someone to save up all their money and they pay for a nosebleed seat and they get there and they just wanted to watch, they just wanted to watch me play. Kobe says the same thing. Again, it was Jordan's quote originally, but he says I don't want them to do that, and then they come to watch me play, and then I'm not even playing in the game. Home fans, away fans, whoever it is, if they came out to cuss Jordan out and boo him, or if they came out to cheer for him, he wanted to give everyone what they paid for, and same thing with Kobe. So I guess that's kind of why people will get mad at the guys today, but I don't so much agree with that because Jordan's just the GOAT. Not everyone can be this durable and play all these games like Jordan did. Some players just are injury prone, and it is what it is. But please comment below what you think about if load management is such a problem in today's NBA. I don't think it really is. I think it's just some players are more injury prone than others. I showed examples of the past eras compared to today's eras, and it's just some players are injury prone, some players are more durable. I don't think it's so much an era thing. People use Jordan as the example for durability, but I won't say that's ridiculous. He's a beast, of course. probably the most durable player of all time. Is that fair to say? Um, but you can't tell guys, hey, look at Jordan. Look at all the games Jordan played. You can do it too. It'd be like me saying, hey, look at all the points Jordan scored. You can do that too. Or look at all the championships Jordan won. You can do it too. I guess it's good to be open-minded. I guess you could possibly do it, but not everyone can do the things that Jordan did. And then, I feel like the older basketball fans will always compare everyone to Jordan. And, it's just not really fair to do. But please comment below what you think. If it's so bad with the load management these days, please like and subscribe. You finished the video as well. Trying to hit the 30 subscribers, and we'll see y'all next time.